Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Miranda, and today I'm very pink, and that is the theme of this video. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my all-time favorite pink and red eyeshadows. I get lots of questions on pink palettes, what's a good pink eyeshadow, what's a good red eyeshadow, because pinks and reds are like my favorite things to wear on my eyes, because my eyes are naturally a hazel, mostly green, and pinks and reds really bring out that green in my eyes. So that is the point of this video. I'm going to be showing all of my favorite pink and red colored shadows. And some of them are low end, some of them are high end, but overall, I hope you guys enjoy this video. So without further ado, let's get started. So this kind of counts. Some of you might not count it, but I sometimes use blushes as eyeshadows because those really have nice pink tones. Sometimes eyeshadows are hard to find, while a blush may have a really good pigment or really good shade that you're looking for but can't find a shadow. So first, I'm going to talk about blushes. I believe that you can use any sort of makeup product for other purposes. Do what you want. The first one I have is my Sailor Moon Miracle Romance blush. This is definitely a really nice pink. It's the blush I'm wearing today. Sometimes I use this in my crease because it is a matte shade, but I really love this a lot. It is so beautiful. The next blush is more intense. This is one of the Too Faced Love Flush blushes. This one is in the shade Justify My Love. This one's definitely a more cool toned pink, more of like a Barbie purpley pink. Again, since it is more matte, I like to use these in the crease, or you could always use them all over the lid because sometimes matte shades are delightful, but definitely this is a good pink. Those are the two blushes I have to show. The rest of them are more shimmery, which I really don't use. Those are more matte, which I like. So first, I'm going to do palettes, and a standard, pretty much a given, is the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. This palette is pink and purple central, but this palette is beautiful. The shades Dust, Burnout, Limit, Buzz, and Nooner are like my favorite shades. Limit and Nooner are really good crease transition shades. I used Limit on my crease today, while Buzz and Burnout are really good all over the lid shades, and then Sin, of course, is a really good inner corner highlight. But this palette is so beautiful, and I love it so much. Also, CoverGirl has 3 different palettes that are basically dupes. They're pretty much a look-alike, and they're very obvious that they are trying to portray the naked palettes, and they do have a palette that is called the Roses palette. So if you don't want to invest in the Naked 3, you can always get that palette. Personally, I don't have it because I do have the Naked 3, so it's kind of silly for me to buy that palette, but I might, so I can do a drugstore pink look because this is high end. So I might get that palette at some point just so I can do a look for you guys with it, because I do talk about it and it's good reference. So yeah, I would get that if you don't want to spend the money on the Naked 3. Another palette that I love with so much of my heart and soul. This palette just, it has my heart. And that is the LimeCrime Venus palette. I've used this in so many of my videos because it's such a good palette. And this has both red and pink. Muse down here is my all-time go-to dark matte red shade. If you want a dark matte red, this is the color. It is stunning. It's one of my favorite fall and winter shades. It's so beautiful. I cannot express how much I love it. As well as Rebirth. This is such a bright pink. It's very pigmented, also matte. It's very intense. It's not like a light pink like what I'm wearing today. It's definitely more vibrant, as you can see in the pan. It is like a coral. And then right above it is Shell. Shell is more pink, but also like a rose gold, which is super beautiful. It does have that gold shift sort of duochrome hint to it. So that one does have some shimmer, but it's so pretty. As well as actually Venus. It is kind of a mix to me of Rebirth and Muse. Kind of creates Venus. To me, personally at least, it does have some shimmer. Very minimal. It's more of like a satin finish. But it definitely is more on the redder side as well. So if Muse is too intense, Venus is a good option as well. Then sort of a controversial palette, kinda, I don't know, is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. And me holding this is just so cute. Like this is aesthetics right here. But this palette isn't all pink, and that's kind of the thing. But some of my favorite shadows are in this palette. I love Candied Peach. So many people say that this like is patchy and stuff. I love it. It's a really good crease shade. Yeah, it's got some glitters like in it, and like fuck that because they don't show up, and like I don't care about that. So I don't know if people are kind of mad about it. I'm not mad about it because I use it as a matte anyway. It's beautiful. It's definitely a peach shade, hence the peach palette. So like, yeah, it isn't as pink, but it's a pinky peach, so it counts. And then right below it is Georgia, like a Georgia peach. This one definitely is more pinky. I like using this all over the lid. If you want a really matte, light pink, this is a nice shade for it. And then also Just Peachy is a shimmery pink, and it's beautiful. And this palette smells delightful, so those three shades I love. Then sticking with Too Faced, I also have the Natural Love palette. I don't know if you can still get this. I haven't seen it in store, but I haven't looked for it since I have it, so I haven't bothered to look for it, you know? But this palette, pretty much the only shades I don't like that much are the last two. But these 20 shades right here are wonderful. I really like Honey Butter, very nice crease shade. And Lace Teddy as well, a very nice crease shade. Bunny Nose is so cute. It's such a nice bright pink. I love putting it all over the lid. It's just a really nice pop of color, and it's a really nice pink. I know I keep saying that, but it's just a really nice pink, you know? It's lovely. Also, Cutie Patootie. It's very shimmery and very light, so it looks more pink in the pan than it actually is, but it makes a very good inner corner highlight because of that, but it also gives that pink hue. It's just not like pink. It's weird. It's mostly light champagne-y shimmer shade, sort of, if that makes any sense, where it looks mostly just like a highlight kind of, instead of pink. But it's still beautiful. And then lastly, Satin Sheets. Beautiful duochrome pink to gold shift. It's so stunning. And this color is also in the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. Chocolate Bonbon palette. I don't know, my mom has it. I know that shade is in it. So if you have that palette, this works. I know some of these shades are also in other palettes. I don't know which one exactly. That's kind of why I bought this one, because I don't have all of the other Too Faced palettes. But you can get these shades in other ways that weren't limited edition. I'm pretty positive. But yeah, I love this palette. It's beautiful. The next palette is the Lorac Unzipped palette. This is the normal one. They also have a gold version, but I have the original. And these shadows also super duper beautiful. The thing is, if these are pink, but also a more mature pink, if that makes any sense, like they're not super bright and out there, they're definitely more sophisticated, I would say. Also, Unbridled is such a beautiful, again, not as red as Muse, but it still has that nice dark reddish brown tint, so that also is a really nice shade. We have Unreal and Unbelievable. These are the more pinkies out of the palette, while when you shift to the left, Undiscovered is more gold. When you shift to the right, Unattainable and Uncensored are more of the brownie pink. Again, like I said, it's more sophisticated, more mature colors, where they do give off that pink vibe, but they're not this. But Unbelievable and Unreal are super pretty, as well as these mattes. You have these to deepen up the outer corner if you want. They're really good crease transition shades, stuff like that. So you can make a lot of different looks with this palette if you want to explore pink shadows, but not fully dive into actual pink. Then, shifting to another spectrum of the pinks, we have the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. And there are just a couple shades in here. Actually, three. And we have Love Letter, Venetian Red, and then Red Ochre. And then Love Letter is more of a fuchsia pink. It's still pinky, but it definitely does have a more purple shift to it. It's a different kind of pink, more purpley, but still counts. Venetian Red, very similar to Love Letter, more red, and also has more shimmer to it. While Love Letter is a matte, Venetian Red does have a satin finish, from what I can tell. And then right next to it, Red Ochre, again, matte. It's a matte red. It's a matte brick shade. Again, not as dark and not as red as Muse, but still has that red, and it's not as brown as Unbridled was from the Lorac palette. But this is beautiful. If you like warm tone shades, not even just pinks, but oranges. The oranges I love so much. Golden Ochre I love a lot. So if you want to explore pink, purpley shades, and the reds, but also stay close to something more neutral, this palette is a really good option. Alrighty, then I think this is the last palette before I go to single shades, and this is the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette. This is not just a pink palette, this is definitely a more rainbow colored palette, but it has really nice pinks in it. So, this first row are the pinky reds. This is a pure red. Like, this shit is like not a pinky red, it's red, and it's wonderful. So if you're looking for a really good red, this is a really good option. I love this top pink so much. And again, it's more of a cool toned, more purple leaning towards shade, but it's so beautiful. And I love it so much. This palette is so inexpensive too. So if you do want to have a really nice bright red, like fire truck red, Christmas time red, this is a really good option. This palette was like 12 bucks. Plus you get other shades of the rainbow. And I love these yellows. I really like the purples. It's a really good option if you want to, again, explore the reds and pinks, but also have other options that you might be more comfortable with if you are more comfortable with these brighter colors. But I just thought I would mention that. Alrighty, then moving on to single eyeshadows. I think all of these are, a lower end product, so that's good. The first one that I have that's super dirty is this single eyeshadow from Forever 21, and it is just a pressed eyeshadow. I used to use this all the time in my inner corner. Not sure why I stopped. I should start using this again. It's a beautiful eyeshadow. This is in the shade Princess. So if you're looking for it, I would look online. I ordered it online, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I ever saw it in store. They might still have it because they still have makeup and stuff, but it is so pretty and I love it. The next eyeshadow, which I received in an Ipsy bag, so it's kind of broken, which is sad, but this is a NYX pressed eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Fireball. So this is more of a reddish pink, but nevertheless still pink. It does have some shimmer to it, as you can see, but overall it is really, really pretty. I definitely think it's a really good all over the lid shade, and it's NYX, which you can get at like Ulta or Target, but yeah, it's a really pretty shade and I like it a lot. Next, also by NYX, and one of my all-time favorite colors to use, this is the NYX Primal Colors pressed pigment, and this is in the shade Hot Red. They have like 5 of these colors in this line, which again it says Primal Colors, so there's like a yellow, I want to say there's a blue, and there's the red, and then there's like 2 other ones I'm pretty sure, but this is red. Not as red as the BH Cosmetics one. This definitely, when you first apply it, it definitely is more on the pink side, but as you build it up, you can get it to be this super duper bright color, and I love it so much. It's unreal, and it's so inexpensive, and to have this color payoff that it does for such a cheap shadow, it's really good. Then the next one I have is a pressed eyeshadow from ColourPop. This is one of their Super Shock shadows, and this is more of like a reddish purple, but it's in the shade Drift, and it's just a nice metallic, more reddish purple, so it's not all the way red, it's not all the way purple, it's a good in between. And it's super duper pretty and so pigmented. If you haven't ever tried ColourPop shadows, I definitely would. I really do want to order more from them because I'm sure I can get some really good cheap eyeshadows because they're like $6. You can't go wrong with that, right? Then the last thing I have is by Sugar Pill, and this is a pigment. It's like a loose pigment. It is in the shade Asylum, and it is, I just dropped it all over me. That's like really red, and it's so pretty. But yeah, it's just like a loose eyeshadow. It does have some shimmer to it, so it's not completely matte, but I think it's super pretty. I just got a new thing today. This is the only pencil eyeshadow cream shit I have that's pink. This is by Sephora, by the Sephora collection. It is their colorful shadow and liner crayon pencil thing. It's in the shade Pink Glitter. And it's just a cream shadow and a pencil. It's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, it's just a light glittery pink, and you just pop it on your lids. That's what I'm wearing today. I actually filmed this look, so if you want to see it, let me know. I know some people are so tired of pinks and shit, but like, it's my favorite thing to do. And it's my favorite thing to wear, so yeah, if you want to see the video on this look, let me know. I'll have this video up before that one in case people don't want to see it. I don't know. Just let me know. Yeah, that's it now. After that, that's all I have as far as the pinks go. But yeah, I'll have a list of everything I talked about down in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next one.